my parents are very much at that age, I hope they're not watching, where we do tend to go, oh, should we tell them this? Oh, no, let's not. Let's just gloss over this. Because I think you get to a certain age where actually a bit of see no evil, hear no evil, touch no evil is kind of good.
And you don't want to stress them.
Yeah, but does the Queen get that? I always look to you because I always got this idea that Jane knows everything about the royal family.
Yeah, she rang me earlier.
But do you reckon she gets told everything?
She reads the papers every day, always has.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she reads the papers.
Poor her, then,
so the pattern of, as you say, the interview was at the weekend. On Monday, Andrew, who's obviously still delusional, was telling everybody it had gone rather well. Obviously, the rest of the country disagreed with him. Tuesday morning, he was supposed to be going up to South Yorkshire for to visit the flood-hit towns. That got cancelled, I think, because somebody decided that if he turned up, it would be more about him rather than the crisis that was unfolding. At that point, apparently, the Queen and Prince Charles, who is in New Zealand, and his tour has been slightly overshadowed by all this, the two of them, as obviously the current monarch and the heir apparent, decided that enough was enough and that this was not going the way that they had hoped. So Prince Andrew was sitting at home, Royal Lodge, Windsor, Tuesday morning, gets a call, could you come to Buckingham Palace? Yeah. So in he comes, and I think they kind of, if you listen to one lot of people, they'll say it was his decision, but really, I think it was the Queen and Prince Charles's decision, that it was too damaging. And it's all about the monarchy. The monarchy is the institution. It's not about the individuals. And the Queen will always protect the monarchy and the institution going forward. Prince Charles apparently wants it to be much slimmed down when he becomes monarch because he feels that that will make it more sustainable long term. So this was kind of like the best choice all round. So he was able to say, I've decided to step down, but really there's a pair of handprints on his back.
Yeah. I can't remember, has anything like this ever happened before? Where, in recent decades, where they've stepped down from all duties. I mean, I have this feeling, and I don't know whether that this is kind of feels like the beginning of the end of something. It's so monumental. In my lifetime, I've never seen anything like this in the royal family.
Well,
I mean, I've been really frustrated
Wallace...
that I haven't been in work to talk to you about this.
If you think about the Wallace-Simpson situation, where he abdicated because he wasn't allowed to marry a divorced woman. But
it's a different time, isn't it?
There have been mini scandals, but this is, I think, bigger because it involves so much else that's going on. But the statement that... So the Queen of the head of the Queen's working household, the Lord Chamberlain, he drafted this statement that we're now seeing. Now, all of the things in that statement are really what Andrew should have said in the interview, which was, you know, I unequivocally regret my ill-judged association with Epstein. Now, if you remember in the interview, he said... he didn't regret it because he made lots of great networking opportunities, which is a very bizarre thing to say. He also says now that he deeply sympathises with the victims.
Which we didn't hear at any point.
Which was missing. And he also says he's willing to help with any appropriate, that's the key word, law enforcement agency with their investigations if required. So that would be probably the FBI in America. Because the police over here have said, as far as they're concerned, there's nothing more to say. But in America, obviously, there are quite a few people circling that would quite like to get him under oath.
Well, it does make you question as well, though, and the Queen has always stood by that, just keep quiet. And if you go to do an interview like that, which is now, like we say, it's been dubbed this car crash interview, would he not have been better just keeping quiet? Hold your counsel. That just made him look like just silly, actually. Silly.
Do you know what my daughter said? My youngest daughter, 12, she said, Mum, this is an embarrassment to Britain. That's what she said, a 12-year-old. She watched the whole thing. She said, Mum, none of it makes any sense of what he's saying. It doesn't make any... You know, if a 12-year-old is sitting there joining up the dots like that, then how this was allowed to happen, I would just never know. I would have been very satisfied with that statement, because I do think, I mean, I know a lot of people, the idea is that he should never have said anything, but I think it was getting to the point where he did need to say something. And that would have kind of satisfied me for a while. But, I mean, all the talk is now, isn't it, that now he's brought this up and questioned all of this, that he could actually be subpoenaed by the FBI.
He probably should just have released the statement that he's done. But You know, it's weird because when I did do the royal beat, which was many, many, many years ago, nothing happened without, you know, everything kind of came through the Queen. And now you just sort of look and there's all these, you know, William and Harry have separated their business affairs and there's little empire building going on all over the place and everybody's giving explanations about this
Exactly.
and
Well,
talking
did
about...
Prince Andrew not know that Prince Charles was just about to do a big tour?
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
like
that
everybody is, you know, and
Yeah.
I mean, I've said it before on this show, I just think when the Queen and Prince Philip die, I think it's going to be the beginning of the end for the monarchy, because I think the more that they do all of this talking, the more we're going to go, they're just like us.
Yeah. And it's very
then it will be,
separated,
if they're
like
just
you-
like us, why have they got this massively privileged lifestyle?
Yeah, and it's like you say, it seems to be pockets of separate families now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a big united royal family anymore.
Yeah.
It's them, it's them,
Yeah,
it's them, and
exactly.
there's no joined up writing amongst them. I think
Yeah.
that is...
a mess.
It is a bit of a mess, and it's certainly not going anywhere, this story, I would guess, in the next few weeks.